I am from Southern California, traditional business owner. My husband and I, Chad, own two gyms in Southern California. I'm also an educator by heart. So I actually work at the local community college as a college professor counselor by day. And then we're currently in the process of opening a wellness center right next to our gyms in Lake Elsinore, California. And we actually hit the rank of platinum. You'll hear a little bit more about that in a minute with our business partner, Mario, who I'm going to bring on. But I just wanted to share a very brief overview of why I got involved with the company. My husband and I got involved with Viseo early in 2019, and we really were just doing it, getting involved as consumers because of the liposomal technology that you're going to hear about today. And we started taking the products right away. My husband and I saw a big difference in terms of our anxiety, our stress, all kinds of different things. At the time I was grieving. My father had just passed away, and CBD1 helped our family immensely and has completely changed our life, along with a couple of the other products as well. But I'm going to bring on my business partner, Mario, who actually is my mentor, one of our leaders who actually has the fastest growing team in the company. He's an amazing individual. He came from the corporate world, formerly as an executive in education. He was a six-figure guy at the time. He's been an entrepreneur for over 10 years. He's had a scenario, and you're going to hear from Mario today on this web. Completely change your life just like he changed ours. So with that said, I'd like to hand it over to Mario, and he will get us going.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen. Can you hear me okay, guys? Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your morning to learn a little bit about our opportunity here with Viseo. But before I get started, I actually just want to hand it back to Jen and to Chad, her husband. You know, guys, these are two just individuals that excel in every area of their life, not just in business, but as a family. You know, they're coaches. They're, you know, very big in their communities. Everybody knows who they are, and really loves the fact that they do things for the right reasons and for the right ways. And so with all of that being said, guys, if you guys have an opportunity to work with Jen and Chad out here in Southern California, really all over the nation, they're building everywhere. You guys are very, very blessed. And so with that being said, let me share with you a little bit about my backstory and my journey. Like she said, my name is Mario Delgadillo. I'm a diamond here with our company called Viseo, and my wife and I got started with the company about 15 months ago, and we hit the rank of diamond within our company within 90 days, okay? And so I'll share with you what that means in just a second, but my backstory is pretty simple. I was always told, go to school, get your degree, go into corporate America, and that's how you make a life for you and your family. And so that's what I did. By the time I was in my mid-20s, I was a six-figure earner. My wife and I have been married now 15 years, and we're just building a family together. About 10 years ago, I was a director of admissions at a couple of different private universities here in the Southern California area, just cruising along, and had a Tuesday morning meeting with my director, and I got laid off. I got let go simply because I was too expensive. And so, guys, I don't know if any of you guys know what that's like. I do know that there's a lot of people right now out of work. 21 million, at least the last I saw, have filed for unemployment in the last couple of weeks. And I'll just say this, I know what that feels like. I know what it's like to really have my back against the wall. And it was because of that I even decided to look at network marketing. A cousin of mine called me and he introduced me to this industry. And in my mind, I said, listen, I'm trying to find another job, but why not take a look at this? Maybe I'll figure out a way to make some extra income until I find my next job. Fast forward over the last 10 years, my wife and I have had a tremendous career in this profession. We've made a lot of money, but more importantly, guys, it's helped us to really achieve freedom. And I've been a stay-at-home, work-from-home dad for the last 5 years. And with all of that being said, guys, this has been the biggest and most greatest decision to enter into this opportunity that we've ever made. And so with that being said, before we get started, let's address the elephant in the room. Listen, guys, we are living in uncertain times, times that we have never seen before. And what I've seen so far, just in the past few months, is that people are starting to really value their health and their wellness in a very, very different way, trying to get educated, trying to learn what you can do from a nutritional perspective to really protect your family's health and your health as well. While at the same time, many people are starting to become open to look for different ways to earn income and to do so leveraging technology. So with that being said, let me first and foremost tell you that there is hope. Okay, everybody, I want you to understand that there's a couple of things that we have going in our favor that you could use as a catalyst. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. You could use this as a catalyst and a springboard to really change things up in a big way for you and your family going forward, because timing is perfect. Not only are we a young company, and in network marketing, being at the very top and being early is very important. We're only 2.5 years old. But not only that, everywhere you turn, people are open-minded. People are looking to do something, and that works in our favor very, very much so. The second thing you need is a disruptive product, and we've got 3. We're going to talk about them today. Another thing is that we have an extremely strong compensation plan. For every $100 that comes into our company in revenue sales, 71% of that 100 goes into the pockets of the people, right? To give you guys a perspective, a company like Amway, they pay out about 22%. A company like Herbalife, right? Massive multi-billion-dollar company, they pay 44%. Guys, we're at 71%. So there's a lot of money to be made. Our model is 100% online, 100 home-based business. And here's the thing. I know some of you guys need to make money like yesterday. We can show you how to earn income fast. If some of you decide to partner up with us today, we could literally have money in your bank account next Monday. That's huge, guys. In 1 week's time, help you to make some pretty significant income. So once again, our company is called Viseo, okay? And in our first 2 years, we won a global award, and we were given this award by the International Forum on Advancements in Healthcare. They gave us an award for top 50 healthcare companies in the world. Guys, we're the only network marketing company on that list, and they gave us that award for innovation. Now, hold on to that, because I'm going to come back to what is so innovative about us. But for me, everything rises and falls on leadership. And with our company, we have a CEO and a founder that, in my opinion, is like Michael Jordan in this industry. And the reason I say that is because in his 30-year career, he's already taken 2 companies to beyond $1 billion. Now, why is that so significant? Here's what the numbers tell us, okay? Since 2001, there have been 48,000 network marketing companies born. Guys, that is a lot, okay? So out of the 48,000, there have only been 13 that have made it to $1 billion in revenue. Right, so 48,013 that have made it to $1 billion in revenue. Now, out of the 13, he's taken 2 of the 13 to $1 billion, which is why he won the 2009 Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year award. That's the same award they just gave to Jeff Bezos from Amazon, as well as Michael Dell from Dell Computers. But when I sat down with Mr. Dallin Larson so many months ago, I said, Dallin, I know you know how to build a big company. But why Viseo? Why our products? Why this CBD? And here's what he said to me. He said, Mario, listen, there's a massive problem that most people don't know. He said, most people aren't aware that with traditional supplements, CBD, they don't absorb very well into your body. He said, listen, when you take a nutrient, right, a foreign nutrient that you're introducing to your body, so it's a multivitamin or like a Centrum or a 1-a-day or even your average CBD, what happens is your stomach tears it apart, and then your liver excretes it out through your number 1 or your number 2, your poop and your pee. I did just say poop and pee in a business meeting, by the way. And what that does is it only gives you a very small amount of absorption. So that's why sometimes people say, man, I tried CBD and it didn't work. Well, it's because you're only getting this so much into your body. See, in the 60s, they identified this problem when they were trying to treat cancer patients. And so what they did, the solution that doctors and scientists came up with was called a liposome. See, liposomal technology is such that this little liposome is a molecule surrounded in fat. Now, inside of that molecule, they were putting the nutrients, okay, for 2 reasons. Number 1, it can survive your stomach. But number two, it actually bypasses your liver and goes directly into your bloodstream. Why does it do that? Well, guys, because what it does is it deceives your body into thinking that it's fat. Because if you look at that liposome, your body only recognizes that lipid, that outer layer of fat. So the body goes, ooh, fat, come on in. How many of us know that your body loves fat, right? Absolutely. How many of you hate that your body loves fat, right? Okay. So what happens is it disguises the nutrient, and it bypasses the liver and goes directly into your bloodstream with 80 to 95% absorption. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we got that award for innovation, right? We took a technology, liposomal technology, something that big pharmaceutical drug companies have been using since the 60s to get really poison into your body. And we took that and we applied it towards the nutraceutical space. So guys, are we a CBD company? No. Are we a nutrition company? No. What about a skincare company? No. Now we have all of those products, okay? But we are an advanced delivery systems company, okay? Now I like to spend a couple of moments here because listen, guys, most of you, just like myself, I showed up for CBD, right? I was actively looking to be involved in the CBD space because I knew it was going to explode. But what we found is that when people show up to learn about CBD, they learn about some of our other products and they absolutely fall in love. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about what we call our sizzle products in just a sec. Sizzle just means got that attention, right? It grabs people's attention. We're going to talk about those in just a sec. But I want to talk about some of our other products really quickly because, guys, our other products are unbelievable. I am such a fan. I think I probably spent like $500 in products this week simply because we need them. Every single person in my family takes them, including my 3-year-old son. So first and foremost, guys, we'll talk about the product called V-Slim. So V-Slim comes in a pouch like this. It's a little packet, right? You pour it into a water bottle. It's been clinically proven to help burn belly fat and to curb your appetite, okay? Really, really good product. Now, the next one is called V3. This one here, again, comes in a package. You put it in a water bottle. I'm actually drinking my V3 right here this morning, okay? Tastes awesome. It's really good for hydration, okay? Very good for energy. By the way, everything is plant-based. All of our products are vegan, so very, very high quality. It doesn't get you a kind of like a jitter like sometimes energy drinks do. You just have a really, really good natural feeling all day long, and you never have a crash. Now, the next product that I'll talk with you guys about is one of my favorites, Core Complete. See, Core Complete is a 5-pill multivitamin, but listen, I know multivitamins are not very sexy, right? It's not going to catch somebody's attention, but Core Complete is just that. It's the core of everything we have. Let me read to you what's on the back of this bag here. It's got whole foods, green foods, superfruits, probiotics, omegas 3, 6, 7, and 9, digestive enzymes, amino acids, phytonutrients, vitamins and minerals, non-GMO, and everything here, guys, gets into your bloodstream at accelerated levels, right? So, or elevated levels, which is awesome because here's the deal. Most people know this. When you take supplements, they always say, yeah, well, that's why my pee is all, orange or yellow because I'm just taking it all out. See, with us, guys, it stays into your bloodstream, okay? Now, another product that we'll talk about is our sleep product, okay? We have some incredible testimonies with sleep. Now, if there's anybody on the line that struggles or battles with insomnia, just type in there, just say me, right? If you've struggled with insomnia or sleep in the past. So this is a spray, okay? You spray it in your mouth. You do 2 to 4 pumps right before bed, about 10 minutes before, I should say. And what this does, guys, is it's got melatonin that helps you go to sleep. But it's also got GABA that helps you stay asleep. And it's also got NAC, which has been clinically proven to help with anxiety. So it kind of like turns that switch off. I've had that. I don't ever really have a problem sleeping, but when I do, it's because my mind won't shut off. And I kind of feel like I'm asleep, but I'm still kind of like awake in my brain. So this is an incredible product. We actually had a gal on our team, 26 years old. She was smoking weed every night just to go to bed. Started taking this product and she was like, Mario, best night of sleep I've ever had in my life. Now, another product that I love, this is actually my favorite product, okay? This one is called Renew, okay? You spray it in your mouth. Okay, I take 4 pumps in the morning. It's got some pretty powerful ingredients. It's got the shiitake mushroom. It's got resveratrol, which is very good for your heart. It's got ginger, okay, which many people know that the effects of ginger. It's got curcumin, guys, which is a huge deal. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a second. And it's also got the acai berry. Now, this, we market it, we say pain relief, but for me, this is an inflammation killer. You see, the #1 inflammation fighter in the world is called curcumin. It's taken from the turmeric, okay, from turmeric. Now, the problem with curcumin is that it's under 1% absorbent into your body. So when you normally take curcumin in, the #1 anti-inflammatory in the world, okay, you pretty much pee it all out. Not when you put it in a liposome. By protecting it in a liposome, you get all of this goodness into your bloodstream at an accelerated rate. Guys, the testimonies on this product are unreal. I have my own personal testimony with my knees. We have people that had rheumatoid arthritis that have had unbelievable testimonies. People where they're saying their inflammation markers are dropping down by 50%. People that had chronic headaches. So just a phenomenal, phenomenal product. Now, 2 other ones that I'm gonna share with you before we talk about our sizzle ones. This one's called Neuro. Neuro is a pill that really helps you. You take 1 a day. Really helps with like brain fog, mental clarity. Helps to circulate blood flow in your brain, and actually helps you to reconnect neurotransmitters that are kind of disconnected within your brain. This one also is called Vetox. This one's 1 pill you take every single day. It helps to actually detox your body from toxins and pollutants and really just bad things and metals that your body retains. This helps to flush that out, okay? Now, there's a couple more products that I want to talk about, but before I do, I want to share a really good testimony with you guys, because here's the deal. Like I said, I showed up for CBD. In fact, when I got started with the company, okay, I got started, I was like, I'm all in, because I fell in love with our CBD product, but our CBD product wasn't even out yet, okay? And what I did was I got this box and I was like, what am I going to do with all this other stuff? I literally threw it in the pantry and I was just like, CBD, CBD. And it wasn't until I heard a couple of these, a couple of testimonies that my socks were just knocked off. I was like, wow. And one in particular is from one of our leaders. Her name is Cassie Juarez. She's out of Southern California. She started taking our products, guys, get this, before CBD came out. And it literally was a game changer for her. When I heard her testimony, it really sparked some things for me. So I know Cassie's on here. Cassie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. So I just spotlighted your camera, so I think everybody can see you. Cassie, why don't you share a little bit about your background, why you came here, and then, okay, and then, yeah, we can see you, and your testimony.
Okay, so we came for CBD before CBD came out. We had heard about it for our son, and so like Mario said, we came for CBD, but there was an array of products. I'm huge on supplements, always have been. And so when we got our box of supplements, I had started taking everything. In 2018, I had suffered with really bad pain in my arms. Finally went to the doctor after 9 months. They told me I have cubital tunnel syndrome. The only thing that would help is surgery. I opted out for that. I didn't do that. I did physical therapy for a couple months. And then I got our box of products. I started on the products, and literally 3 days in, I was sitting with my arms bent, just like I do now when you see me on a Zoom, or, you know, and I couldn't do that. And I went like this to my husband and I said, hey, I have no pain. And he kind of looked at me weird, and I'm like, I'm not going to get excited. I'll wait till tomorrow morning when I wake up. That's the big, I woke up the next morning literally jumping out of bed. I said, I have 0 pain. I couldn't even pour laundry in my washer. That's how bad it was. But I think I even text Mara and I'm like, praise Jesus, I'm healed. I know you can't say that. So I say, I literally have no, I can, right? But I literally have no pain. I haven't had any pain since. And even more importantly, I didn't need surgery to get over it. So yeah, that's.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. And so I thought it was powerful. Thanks, Cassie. I appreciate you jumping on. I know it was short notice, but I thought it was powerful to share that, guys, because listen, you know, most of us are here because you want to learn about CBD, but from a business perspective, here's what I'll tell you and what I've seen in our first year. When you look at marketability, you got to have that sizzle product, right? You got to have something that grabs people's attention. But then when they're here, everybody goes, huh, I'd like to try 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, all of those other products. And what happens is, on a long-term basis, from a business perspective, we have more customers because we're not just a one-trick pony. Okay, but let's talk about those sizzle products. Okay, the first one that we'll talk about is our CBD product. So CBD one, hands down, is the best CBD in the world, and here's why: because it's backed up with a patent. You know, in 15 months being in this space, I've learned a couple of things. Everybody's got a CBD, and everybody says theirs is the best. And we actually have a marketing campaign that says the proof is in the patent. Okay, and so on that liposomal technology, guys, we actually have a 20-year global patent on that technology. So that means no one else is going to be able to steal that. We're not going to see any copycats anywhere, which is a huge deal. But what else is so cool about this is it's 0% THC. So THC is the active ingredient in marijuana. Okay, it's what gets you high, the psychoactive. But it's also, for many people, what gets you fired, right? There's a lot of people out there who don't want to have THC in their bloodstream, or they can't have it, right? Police officers, firefighters, union workers, teachers, drivers, right? And nurses even. And so they would be willing to pay more to protect their livelihood, their income. So it's organic, non-GMO, but what does it do, guys? Virtually everything. We've also got our cream here as well. That's my favorite. So what this does, guys, is, man, in 2018 of October, I actually had an opportunity. I got brought into CBD because my mom, it's so funny. People ask me, they're like, Mario, how did you get into CBD? I'm like, my mom. My mom called me, and she was like, you know, she basically had a friend who was cured of insomnia using a different CBD. And she asked me to take a look at this because she battled with insomnia really bad. So I started digging in. And when I started seeing what CBD did for people, my mind was blown. I saw people talking about cancer treatment, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, anxiety, depression, insomnia, PTSD. I mean, you name it, unbelievable stuff. But what really caught my attention, guys, is this. Guys, CBD is projected, according to Forbes magazine, to be a $22 billion industry in the next 2 years. See, this is why my wife and I got started. We planted our flag. We said, number one, to be successful in network marketing, you got to be at the top. We are. Check mark. Number two, to be successful in this profession, you've got to have a product that sizzles. Check. But you got to have a differentiator. Because like we say, there's a CBD on every street corner, it seems like. With that patent, guys, it sets us apart from anything else. So in our first year, guys, we went out there and we followed a simple system, which we'll teach you today, but we were able to earn about $400,000 in commissions, and we just did some incredible things. Now, that said, in January of 2020, okay, just a couple months ago, we brought out our second sizzle product. Guys, it's called Beleza. See, Beleza is a skincare line, and truth be told, I've never been a skincare guy, okay? I'll tell you that. I didn't really know much about skincare. Here's what I know. Skincare and anti-aging is a $187 billion industry. Massive. But our partner in this line is none other than Mr. Warren Buffett in Berkshire Hathaway. That's right. We partnered up with Berkshire Hathaway and launched Beleza, which is just going crazy right now. Now, why is this different? Because remember, guys, we're an advanced delivery systems company. So we have advanced delivery. So see, what most people don't know is even though the quality may be through the roof, right? Most skincares, even the top tiered, most expensive ones, they only stay on your epidermis, the very first level. See, but because of liposomal technology proven by science, okay, for over 60 years, we have a multi-layered liposome in this particular product line. So you think about that liposome surrounded in fat, then they put some more nutrients surrounded in fat, put some more nutrients surrounded in fat. So as it continues to go and get deeper into your skin, it continues to release nutrients the deeper that it gets. So let me share with you guys some amazing testimonies. So this one here is Deb Tapia. She's out of Southern California. Noticeably, guys, this is 5 days. Okay, a 5-day before and after. You can see how it's already lightened up under her skin, on her forehead as well. We've got Monica. Look at Monica under her eyes there. Okay, Monica's from Northern California. We've got Jen. You heard Jen at the very beginning, guys. Look at her forehead. People have asked her if she had Botox. She's like, no, I had Beleza. Very powerful testimony. That's 14 days. And then this is our 20-day with one of our leaders, Blue Sapphire, Tanya Valentine. Guys, what's crazy is Tanya says, Mario, I was like blown away because she comes out of the beauty industry. She's like, Mario, I've made a living over the last 20 years in beauty. I thought I took care of my skin. Look at that, guys, 20 days. Remarkable product, and we're super excited, and it is just booming right now. Now, the third product that we're going to talk about, in my opinion, guys, this is a necessity in your life, okay? It's called Eternal. So you get that little package, you tear it off, right? And you squeeze it in your mouth, kind of like a Go-Gurt of some sort, right? You know that how the Go-Gurts do it with the kids. So it's extremely packed with antioxidants, which we know are extremely good for our bodies. It's got 10 superfruits, glutathione, which I'm going to come back to in just a second, hydrolyzed collagen, good for hair, nails, and skin. We actually had somebody who, just like myself, just like Cassie, showed up for CBD, but started taking this product. Well, she had a 13-year-old daughter who had eczema so bad that she was bleeding in the cracks of her arms, behind her knees. It was ruining her life. Started taking this product and pretty much took away that problem that she was having. Microactive CoQ10, which is really good for your heart health, but what does it do? Good for premature aging, maintain a healthy immune system, counteract the effects of free radicals, stimulate collagen production. Check this out, guys. This article came out February 3rd, 2020. Okay, it says glutathione against the coronavirus. Now, I'm not saying that if you take Eternal, you're going to not get coronavirus. I'm not saying that if you're taking Eternal, you're going to get cured of the coronavirus. Here's what I am saying, that according to this and numerous studies, glutathione is an absolute beast against viruses. Look at what it says here. Glutathione is the most important cellular defense that allows the body to prevent and fight infections and disease. Glutathione plays crucial roles in the immune response, DNA repair, and the detoxification process that neutralizes drugs, chemicals, radiation, metabolic waste, beats down viruses, bacteria, and reduces toxins and carcinogens that are increasingly present in our environment. So guys, we have an opportunity to bring to market to our friends and family, in my opinion, something they need. Every single person in my home is taking 2 of these a day, doubling up. And I'm doing that because one of my best friends, a 30-year clinical pharmacist, okay, here in the Southern California area, many of you know him, Dr. Jesus Guerrero, he recommended that. He said, I suggest that you guys take 2 of these a day. He's, by the way, he's one of our leaders here with the company. I'll share his story in just a sec. But this is an awesome opportunity to bring quality products to people that really need them in a time where everybody is really fearful and worried about how to solidify and protect their health and the health of their loved ones. So now, as we continue and we transition, as we close, we're going to talk about the business side of what we do, okay? And so really important, guys, listen, I don't know where you're at right now. What I will tell you is I know where I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I went from making almost $200,000 a year in corporate. We have a massive house. My wife was a stay-at-home mom, 5 Series BMW, golfing on Fridays. I went from just that to boom, no paycheck, money in the bank. It was dwindling. I knew that the money coming in was not enough to support the money going out. And I was looking for a job for over 6 months. And I couldn't find anything. I remember pacing my home. I remember getting up, going to every single person's room and praying for them and just thinking, God, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm fearful. And so a cousin of mine called me and he said, listen, I know you're looking for a job, but do you need to make some money now? I said, yeah. So what I did is I put it on a credit card. I got started with the company and I said, listen, I'm not making any money looking for jobs, but I've got to give myself a fighter's chance. If this runs out and I can't get a job, I've got to figure out a way to bring money into the home. And guys, now fast forward, like I said, it's just been an unbelievable blessing for me to be able to be home with my with my children, stay home with my wife. We've traveled all over the world. We give more now to our church than ever before. It's just been a massive blessing. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and we can definitely help you guys with that, okay? Here's one of the #1 reasons though, guys. We're early. Guys, I was a skeptic. 10 years ago, I was a skeptic, okay? I don't know if there's any skeptics on the line, but this is what I'll tell you. Listen, a gentleman said something to me that really changed my attitude. He said, Mario, when your circumstances change, so does your perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, my circumstances changed overnight, and all of a sudden I became open. I was an open-minded guy. But before I was an open-minded person, I used to say, man, the only people who make money in those things are the guys at the top. And guys, listen. Companies like Amway, Herbalife, Primerica, Mary Kay, Avon, Nu Skin, some of the biggest companies in the world, they're multi-billion-dollar companies, 30, 40 years old. Some of them have been around for a long time, but all of them at one time were 2.5 years old. That means the company was little. People got started, people planted their flag, and then the company went like this. And when you have an opportunity to ride the wave with a company, your life can change overnight. So yes, guys, people being at the beginning do make all the money. And here's the best part. You're here with us, okay? So we've got a pretty cool, a couple of folks that have come out on behalf of our company, very established, very well-recognized, very successful entrepreneurs, Mr. Grant Cardone, 10X author and real estate tycoon, Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, and Maria Ramirez. According to the Wall Street Journal, she's the world's foremost financial forecaster. She said no company is better poised to create significant global market share over the next several years than the company called Viseo. Right, huge deal, guys. Now, I'm going to transition into my favorite part as we close, and we're going to hear from one of our leaders who has an incredible testimony, not only with our products, but also with the business. But I like to share this because this is the fun part, right? I was the guy 10 years ago that like sat in the room with my arms crossed, and I said, I've got to see it to believe it. If you're that person, let me share some stories with you, okay? This is Mong. Mong is actually an HR professional executive here in Southern California. She'd been in network marketing companies before, never had any success. She said, Mario, the biggest check I ever made was about $100. Got started with us. In her first 3 weeks, she made over $7,500, won a trip to the Bahamas, and is doing some incredible things. Now, we've got Diana Moshier. She's actually one of our golds here with the company, and we're going to be able to hear from Diana this morning. Let me go ahead and unmute her and find her. Diana, are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome, Diana. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes. Let me highlight your video so everybody could see you. And Diana, why don't you take a second, share with us who you are, where you came from, your story with Viseo.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Diana Moshier again. Currently, I'm in South Orange County, California. Been a realtor for about 13 years. And prior to that, in my other life, I always say, I owned a construction company for about 20 years. And I've been self-employed for 33 years. So, kind of up and down like that. But I do know how to be self-employed, and I do know how to make business go. In the past, I want to say probably a good, probably 15 years ago, and then 10 years ago, somewhere in those ranges, I was in 2 other network marketing companies. So I am familiar with network marketing companies, but I've never been in one like this. And here's what kind of brought me here. About 13 months ago, my son was diagnosed with narcolepsy cataplexy. And if you don't know, it's horrible. It includes night terrors, sleep paralysis. He was having episodes about 5-6 times a night. And so it's terrifying not being able to go to sleep. And obviously that goes into then cataplexy, which is, I always describe it as The Matrix, if you guys are familiar with that movie, when Keanu Reeves is walking and all of a sudden then he just like goes like this and comes back up again. The computer in your brain turns off and on. That's what was actually happening to my son. So that was the main reason why when I saw something on Instagram that said CBD helps with sleep, I immediately contacted my friend Lisa. We got on a phone call. She explained everything, and I jumped into the business because I thought, first of all, if this is true and this happens, I'm going to run. I'm going to be so pumped about it. Fast forward, got our products. I gave my son 2 dropperfuls of our CBD oil. And of course, because of the liposome, it absorbs, which I learned later how that worked. But man, I got to tell you, he slept a solid 8 hours, woke up the next morning in tears. And then of course I was in tears, but then I was on fire. So I went, like I said, 13 months here, and I won a trip to the Bahamas. my first cruise. Hopefully it's not the last, but, and I'm just doing a great job. I think, you know, I have a really great team. One of the biggest teams so far, you know, that I've ever been a part of, and an excellent mentor in Mario. And so I could not be happier here. So it's amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Diana. And such a powerful testimony because, you know, she's a traditional business owner, right? She's owned business before. She's been self-employed. I learned this later on, guys, that people who are self-employed or business owners, they think differently. So she saw it, she executed, fell in love, had an incredible testimony, followed our system, never had success in network marketing before, has literally one of the biggest teams in my team, and we're the fastest team in the entire company. And just a powerful testimony. Diana's got such a huge heart. She does things for the right reasons. And so we're just blessed to have her here. So Diana, we love you. Thank you so much for sharing your testimony this afternoon. Awesome. So as we continue to move forward, guys, this is Kathy and Chepe. Kathy is a real estate professional. Her husband is a musician. Her daughter, Lauren, had an incredible testimony with our product. She was discharged from the military with a back issue. I mean, long story short, it was unbelievable. Again, just like Diana, just went crazy. She just was, oh my gosh, I got to tell the rooftops, got to tell everybody off the mountaintops, and just hit a rank where she won her trip to the Bahamas. We've got David and Cassie. You heard Cassie's testimonial earlier with the product. They own a traditional business, a construction company for over 29 years, got started, followed the system, having tremendous success. Alex is another traditional business owner. He owns a car dealership in Montebello, California, won his trip to the Bahamas. Lily and Ron, another traditional business owner. Why do I say that, guys? Okay, it's crazy because sometimes people are like, well, do I have to own a business to be successful? No, you don't. But here's what I do know. Business owners think different. They understand it takes money to make money. They also understand timing, right? If you were going to own a Subway, would you want to be the first Subway in your neighborhood or the 50th Subway in your neighborhood? The first, right? So they understand timing. They also understand systems. And so they gravitate towards our businesses and to our business models. But let's say you don't own a business. Awesome. Let me introduce you to Brock and Allison. 25, 26, middle 20s, beautiful young family. Brock drives motorcycles. He's a dirt bike guy. He does construction, no sales experience, never been in network marketing, made $5,700 in their first 5 days, guys, okay? So I'm telling you this because this is real. This is why you should be winning, because if they can do it, you can do it. If Kenji can do it, you can do it. Kenji owns multiple businesses here in Southern California as well, fell in love with our Eternal product. He literally bought like $20,000 worth of product to give to his employees. That's the type of heart he had. He wanted to just protect them because of what's going on with this coronavirus. We've got Liana. Liana's building a big team up here in Thousand Oaks, California. An incredible testimony with rheumatoid arthritis and Renew and CBD, and fell in love, started telling everybody about it, followed our system, won a trip to the Bahamas. We've also got Coach Joe Pena. We call him Coach. He was my high school football coach. Called me a couple months back and he said, Mario, listen, I want to retire my wife. I've watched you do this from afar. I trust you. I know you know how to do it. Now it's time for you to coach the coach. He hit the position of actually platinum and won his trip to the Bahamas and has a big team that's moving really fast. Finally, guys, the last couple of guys, we've got Jesus Guerrero, a 30-year clinical pharmacist, made about $8,000 his first week or two. He's a platinum with the company. We've got Jason Stutz. Jason is a baseball coach, PE teacher, never been in network marketing, has an incredible testimony with gout. If any of you guys know anything about gout is very, very tough. He made about $4,000 in his first week. Monica and James, they're out of Northern California. Their son, Jaden, was suffering from 2 to 4 epileptic seizures every single night, okay? Started taking our products, and fast forward about 8-9 months, they took him off of his medication, and now all he takes is our CBD1 product. Jaja, her husband Paul, is a chiropractor. She runs their office. Never been in network marketing, about $9,000 in their first 30 days. Jeff and Amberly, they're both real estate professionals, just work so hard, but they've never been in network marketing before, okay? Made about $11,000 in their first 2 weeks, about $25,000 in their first 5 weeks, have a massive team, and just doing some incredible things. If you guys are working with them, you're blessed as well. Jackie Vasquez, she's actually a platinum in our company. She's in the mortgage industry. She does about $900 a week, part-time, $4,000 a month. Pretty awesome. You got Joe Medina, another traditional business owner, got started because his daughter Megan has autism, and the only thing that's really ever helped her, CBD1. She went from getting kicked out of school to basically about a couple months back, he sent me a video of her taking piano lessons. Absolutely incredible. Jen, you heard Jen's story at the beginning there. That's her husband, Chad. And then you've got Tanya Valentin. Tanya is one of our leaders here, single mom, Latina. She came out of the corporate space. She said, Mario, it took me 6 years to make 6 figures in corporate America with us. She made over 6 figures in her first 10 months. A 6-figure earner in 10 months, guys. As we wrap it up, my wife and I hit diamond in 90 days. They put us on the cover of a magazine for our success. Those are our mentors out of Jacksonville, Florida, Ricky and Francoise. Here we are with a few of our leaders in Miami the night before we jumped on this ship and took this entire crew into the Bahamas. Guys, we took 3 sets of people into the Bahamas this last year. They asked me to train on stage, took my daughter with me to Dallin's home for his birthday party. Family went on an all expense paid trip to Hawaii this year, into Turtle Bay. My wife and I went with the leaders out to Park City, Utah to play in the snow, ride snowmobiles. And guys, it's just been an incredible, incredible year. But let me level with you as we close. Here's why you will be successful with Viseo. Number 1, guys, I got to update this. It's now up to 21 million people who have filed for unemployment. Guys, everybody you know is looking. That's a huge thing. Because maybe you're like, Mario, I tried one of these companies before and I couldn't get anybody to be interested. Guess what? They'll listen to what you have to say now, guys, because look at what Google says. This is a snapshot, Google Analytics. This is the search term home business. Notice at the end, it goes straight up. And guys, this was March 8th. I bet you that's through the roof now. Everybody else is looking for ways to heal themselves, utilizing natural, organic, holistic approaches. And so with that being said, guys, what's next? People are usually in 3 places. Place number 1, Mario, it's not for me. And if it's not for you, I would encourage you to contact the person who had you on the webinar this afternoon. They'll talk to you about some of our products. Perhaps you just get some products to help with your health. Place number 2, Mario, I really do like it, but I have some questions. So if you're in place number 2, stick around. I'm gonna break this thing down for you in 3 steps. And place number 3, Mario, I love it. I'm in. What do I got to do next? Well, here it is. 4 steps to success. Step number 1, pick a package. Guys, we have 3 different startup packages ranging from our intro pack, which is $250. That's awesome because it's a low barrier of entry. Anybody can put $250 on a credit card. Let's go, okay? All the way to the top pack, which is our $1,500 package. That's our foundation package. I don't care, guys, where you get started with. What I care about is that you get started, and like myself 10 years ago, you give yourself a fighter's chance. Get started, buy product, eat it. That's the worst thing that you're going to do. But if you get started with that foundation pack, and the reason why most people do is because the company gives you a 2% revenue share option that pays out every single week for the life of the company. This is massive. It paid out $19,000 per person last year. That's a huge deal. Now imagine if we go out there and we take this company to $1 billion. By the way, Dallin's done it twice already. 2%, if we go to $1 billion on a weekly basis, is like $15,000 a month. But that said, pick a pack, get in where you fit it, okay? Number 2, we're going to get you trained, okay? So we have an online training university where we're going to teach you products, compensation, marketing, social media, team building, technology, and personal development. We are not looking for you to be an expert. We have a turnkey system. A lot of times people say, Mario, listen, I got into one of these things before and they just kind of like dropped me. That's not going to happen with us. We've got so much support, but we have a clear path to success. Number 3, pick your monthly purchase. The only thing the company asks you to do to stay active is make 1 purchase every single month for yourself of at least $100. If all you did was buy your CBD, you're gold. What that does is it keeps your compensation plan open. You can take that product that you bought and sell it to somebody else and offset your overhead cost if you like, but this is where your belief is built. And then finally, the share and connect system. We are not looking for salespeople. We are going to teach you how to leverage the excitement excitement and the buzz surrounding CBD and online business. Now, when people say, yeah, I'm open, what is it? You introduce your friends and your families to the leaders. We do all the heavy lifting. Notice I'm doing all the work today. Diana's doing the work for you. Jen's chopping in here. Cassie, we're all here to support you. We have fun. We bless people with health and financial freedom. And this is how it works, guys. So when you get started, okay, there you are. In our industry, we draw circles, okay? So there's your package. Let's say you're like, Mario, I want to do that package because I want to get that 2% rev share. By the way, if you get started today, I'll knock off $100 and give you that for $14.14, okay? By the way, if you're a veteran, you also get a 10% discount on top of that, or if you're a child of a veteran, right? Or, you know, so anybody in your family is a veteran, you also get an additional 10% off of that, which is crazy. So now you get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a texting script. We're going to get you trained, and we just say, hey, send a text out to about 40 people. Here's how it says. I see Chris Lee's name there. Hey, Chris Lee, hope you're doing well, girl. Listen, you know, what do you think about CBD, right? She just said, I love CBD. I like it, or I'm hearing about it everywhere. Why? Here's your second text. Listen, I found a way that you can make money online in the CBD space, and I thought of you. I'm not sure if you're open. If you are, I can get you the details. We're going to get about 15 people who want to jump on a call or get on one of these. If you can get that done, we're going to get 4 people to join your team. That just happens, okay? Now, what happens is those 4 people are going to come into your team like this. If we can help 4 people come into your team like this in 30 days, the company's going to send you a check for $1,600. And guys, it's just that simple. So with that being said, I appreciate you taking about 45 minutes of your afternoon to learn about our opportunity, guys. If it's for you, awesome. If it's not, it's still okay, okay? We're not here to strong arm people. We're not here to try to make people do this. We're looking for the looking, because guess what? There's people looking. Like me 10 years ago, I needed something to happen, and I needed something to happen fast. And if that's you, I'll tell you this. If you need to make money fast, you let me know. I'll lock arms with you and I'll help you to make money fast, because I know it's not about making fast money, but sometimes you do need to make money fast. So with that being said, guys, God bless you. Be safe. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet away from each other so we can be free again. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a great afternoon, guys. Bye-bye.